Inside your CPU, you have different protection rings that help prevent user programs from damaging the kernel or maliciously taking over the operating system. In Intel and AMD processors, you have 4 rings, starting from ring 0 through to ring 3. Now, ring 0 is the most privileged ring in your processor. It allows you to use privileged instructions on the CPU, which basically allow you to access anywhere in memory. It allows you to communicate directly with the hardware using in and out instructions. It allows you to change essential structures within the CPU, which can change how the system memory is viewed, along with changing how the interrupts are mapped into memory. Ring 0 is where the kernel lives. The processor is in a ring 0 state when the kernel code is running. Ring 1 and 2 are also privileged rings, but they're not as privileged as ring 0. Ring 3 is where all your user programs run. This mode is severely limited. You cannot just access any memory that you want. The kernel has the ability to mark certain memory as inaccessible from ring 3, and if while the processor is in ring 3 it tries to access that memory, it'll cause a page fault exception interrupt to be invoked. User programs are severely limited on what they can do when the processor is in a ring 3 state. Ring 3 is where the user programs have to live for safety purposes. They cannot modify the kernel code if the kernel doesn't want them to. The kernel can change the memory in such a way that the processor needs to be in ring 3 before that memory can be accessed. So you can expect kernel logic to be on ring 0, 1 and 2, but never on 3. The kernel always runs on ring 0, ring 1 and ring 2. User programs will never run in ring 0, 1 or 2. These memory protection mechanisms within the CPU help prevent malware from taking over your entire system, and it also prevents from software errors that might accidentally try to overwrite kernel memory due to a software bug. They won't be allowed to. When you're in ring 0, you have the ability to basically do anything that the kernel can do. That's why the kernel has to run in ring 0. In case you don't know, I actually have some books on kernel development in the video description, and even a video course that will teach you how to use these protection rings in your very own kernel. So check the video description to get the books and the video course where you can actually learn how to build operating systems. They're now reduced. Get the discounts now.